This is the process where we take a look at success stories of different people in different industries, how they've been able to get there, and we have a wonderful guest on the show. Check out his profile.
That was so emotional.
What? Cheryl,
He
why
was
you
on
like
his
him?
knees.
No, come on, guys. That was drama.
Hana party mama, hana party papa, hey. Hana paru hudu to, hey yeah. Hendalo du to ma pokane. Sita bakini livio, sita bakini livio, sita bakini livio.
My name is Tuju, aka Filah, and this is my story. Right, Filah,
yeah.
Welcome, Tiang. Filah, Philip Tuju. For the guys who may be hearing you for the first time, how would you describe yourself?
Well, I describe myself, first of all, it's an honor to be here. Tumetona mbali sana. Far sana. You've been a big inspiration to me. You have no idea.
Yes.
And I describe myself as a musician, first of all, someone who fell in love with music at a fairly young age. And I literally fell in love with music. I wasn't exactly what you consider very gifted in music. I think most of the skills that I have is more of me just building up my skill and building up my talent. And I think the only thing that I would call that was naturally given to me was emotion in music. But in terms of building technique and being a musician and learning instruments, it's something that I've done. So I'm more passionate in performance, of course, as a solo performer, but mostly I think I believe my calling is in mentorship in music and performance.
So now you're saying all we see at kuzaliwa na wewe acha kutuenjoy.
I'm serious.
For real?
For real. It was a struggle. I mean, I have interacted with very talented people over the years, and I struggled with confidence as a child. I wasn't very confident. Not for any reason. I'm just naturally laid back, sort of. You describe me as a shy person. So that I always felt that it wasn't cool to be shy and to be laid back. So I think that made me lose confidence in doing many things. And as a performer and as someone who's in the entertainment world, that doesn't work very well for you in terms of grabbing attention of
so
your
how
audience.
Did you overcome it? Because somebody seeing you on stage, dude. No, I saw you performing on Coke Studio,
No.
I
I think I don't describe it as something I've overcome, but it's something that I've come to accept. When it comes to the stage, this is what needs to be done so that I can get to as big as an audience as possible. And then now, when it comes to myself, then I can be able to relax, I can have my time out. But it's something that I have to still work. I still will not be able to do the up-tempo dancing kind of music. That's not my thing. But in terms of pouring out my heart on stage, that's something.
Yeah. Now, what are some of those jobs you would consider to be the biggest you have done so far in your music career?
Well, to be honest, my biggest job is my work as a mentor. Of course, personally, looking at the success stories, not just my students who have become famous, but what even the students who haven't yet broken through, what they've been able to achieve from them struggling with confidence and being able to find their voice in music and eventually be able to flourish in their small niche of music. But in terms of things that the world would consider success in my work, of course, is being a judge at now 2 reality TV shows.
Yes.
I've been a judge at the first one that was a judge was called The Search, that was conducted by Kiss TV. And then I also now did 2 seasons of KTN I Can Sing on KTN. And then there is something also coming up that we can't be able to disclose at this point, but there are prospects.
Yes. Now, some of the students you've been able to mentor and are shining out there will be such as...
Well, we have some of the students that I've worked with. We have Sauti Sol. Sauti Sol, I think, could
Sauti Sol were your students?
Were my students. They were my students. Well, they found me in Upper Hill in my 4th year. Yes. And at that time, I'd already begun training the school choir. So that helped me a lot build my skill as a voice coach. Well, at that time, I didn't know that I was building myself to be a voice coach, but I was very involved in every member of the choir, how they were singing and how they were coming together to form the choir. And I think those were the first lessons. I guided them when they formed the group, first of all in high school, and then they went through their changes, and now when they decided to also form an official group now after high school, I still continued training them, and then recently I've still maintained my work as their voice coach. We have Josh. I also trained, Josh from Emerson Josh. I also trained them. Elani also during their first years.
Elani, right.
Yes, there are quite a number. There's Scott, the violinist, who I gave him his first violin when I was trying to run a program at Upper Hill where I would teach, because Upper Hill was known for just singing, but I wanted to build a culture of instrumentalists. It's something that hasn't worked out perfectly, but I'm happy that through Scott that has worked out. We have quite a number. There are other upcoming musicians. There's one who's fast rising called Shiano. He's an amazing guitarist and singer. I remember the same day he cleared his last paper in Form 4, we went with him to an event, and he's never looked back since. And there are many other upcoming small children. There's an amazing group called Tamim that is also upcoming, of a group of sisters. They're doing very well. Other individual artists who I've met along the way. Some have reached out to me, but the journey has been amazing.
So how did Redfourth Chorus begin?
Well, Redfourth Chorus, I came up with, well, I've been a dreamer for a long time. And, I've been a dreamer for a long time, and, well, I've created so many things over the years. Since my time in high school, well, we found the group Voice in the Light in Upper Hill, and then we decided now to change it to Pentamony. And my experience being in a group and also trying to make it on my own, being involved with church groups where we worked a lot together at NPC CITAM, I learned how to sort of work with groups and sort of how to deal with personalities, and also deal with my own personality and how I interact with people. So those things prepared me. But I always dreamed, because of my foundation at Upper Hill School and being in the school choir, and I saw what the school choir did to me. The school choir helped me gain confidence. It helped me be able to express myself, be more of a leader, not using the music to become a leader. So I decided I would dream of having a platform like this for every other young person, and people who maybe might have missed these opportunities during their schooling years to be able to continue. And that's why I always dreamt of having a choir, my own choir, and also having my own music school. I came up with different names. There was a time that we were calling ourselves EWFX. It was just a EWFX. EWFX. Well, whatever it meant everything we feel expressed, but that didn't work out. We started, but again, I think I wasn't ready, and the dream and the vision wasn't ready. But in around 2015, I took part in a competition called Maisha Superstar. This competition changed my life in terms of, well, it was I had done a lot of competitions. I was involved in Pop Stars. I was involved in so many competitions. I was involved in them, even Project Fame. I got close to get into the academy, but that didn't work out, and I decided, well, what am I meant to do? I'm so in love with music, but things are not working out for me. I want to be a performer, but things are not working out for me. I used to, we toured Norway, we made some money. I started my own home studio. I post a song. In 1 week, in 1 month, we still have 120 views, and we're happy about that.
Excited.
And I decided, well, I want to do something more. So the dream of, just doing something more was always there, and now setting up a school. But now I managed to get some money around 2009 when we toured Norway, and I made some money. I set up a studio. Then I realized that the studio wasn't working for me. People were taking time to receive me as Filah. The group that we were in had already broke up. One of us had traveled.
That was Pentamony?
That was Pentamony. So people receiving me as Filah, the brand, was becoming a bit of a challenge. But I still wanted to do more. Even if people were to receive me, I wanted to have a bigger impact. So I decided, why don't I record my students at Upper Hill? So we recorded a song. The first song we did was Daima Mimi Mkenya. Okay. And I also got a small camera, a DSLR. We recorded the video. Well, at that time it did okay. I mean, that one got maybe about 10,000 views, and then that was it. And then I said, well, this 10,000 views looks good for us. So one day I was thinking about songs. Now this is around 2016. Sauti Sol had just released their album, but there was a song in there that people weren't talking about, but I felt this is the most honest song, in my opinion, that Sauti Sol have done. Yes. So I listened to the song, and then I remember that this song really sounds like the music that I used to teach to them way back. Kulikojana. Yes. That's what I used to feel like. This Kulikojana has an Upper Hill School choir kind of vibe. So I thought, hey, I'm going to talk to these guys if they can just give me the permission for us to do this song for the festivals. It would work. So I texted them, and then I talked to Polycarp, and he agreed, okay, you guys can do it for the festivals, no problem. So when I started teaching it to the boys and arranging the parts for the boys, I realized this song really sounds good. Then I decided, it sounds good, let me record it for Sauti Sol so that they can see what the boys are doing, and then also have an idea of the direction that we're going with the song. So I recorded it, and then I sent it to them. And then apart from sending it to them, I just said, let me post it on Facebook to see it. Just tell people that I'm training choirs.
Lo and behold.
All of a sudden, that same evening, we just sent a recording, a video. I recorded on my phone of the boys just singing, and for some reason, I noticed that I posted it at about 6, and by 7, I noticed that it had 5,000 views.
That's huge.
On Facebook, and then all of a sudden now it was crazy. But the next time the following day I was going to train the boys again to continue with the song. The song was at 22,000. I told the boys, guys, there's something going on here. This song is doing well. Do you know what we're going to do? Now we're not going to focus on the festivals. We're actually going to record this song the same way we recorded the other song, Daima. So we decided, let's do it basic. So they were just about to close school, so we recorded a few shots in school. Then I told them during the holiday also come to Redfourth. I had just set up the school. It was just maybe a month old. We recorded the video. And then I edited Araka, very basic. Yes. And then we said, if these guys like this, what if now we do an actual sort of cover video? And that's where everything changed. I remember that day I was traveling to go and adjudicate at the music festivals. Yes. And I left Nairobi at about 8 a.m. Yes. By the time I was getting to Voi, to Kilifi, the song was at over 50,000 in just one day. And then I think that's what now reaffirmed to me that, well, finally, I think we have an opportunity. How was it for those boys? Can I remember you guys even did something at Coke Studio with the boys? Immediately now, because as a result of this, Coke Studio always picks up the trending group at that time to be involved in the recordings. So I think that's when they reached out to Sauti Sol, and Sauti Sol were able to tell us, okay, let's do this song. And then that's the time that now Sauti Sol decided that they're actually going to redo Kulikojana a cappella version, and that's where now we decided, okay, let's do it. And I think that's what now changed the profile of both the school and now the choir. But now I saw that this was the opportunity for me to now really build my vision, because I wanted to move the choir away from just being an Upper Hill thing to be something that is welcoming every other young person. And that's when now we decided, as much as we're pushing the name Upper Hill School Choir, let's also call it the Redfourth Chorus, because we had already decided, even before Sauti Sol, we decided that we're going to call ourselves the Redfourth Chorus, and we'll be performing at churches and everything. But eventually we'll welcome other people to join us.
All right, This is just part one. Yeah. Now, part two, we need to be able to hear the struggles that you had, how challenging it was, the downside of things, the lessons you've learned, that people who are looking at you can be able to pick a few things from this. Guys, this is just part one. Make sure you watch out for part two, where now we get to hear the real thick of things in this journey with the one and only Philip Tuju, aka Filah, aka Super Judge, aka Adjudicator, aka Redfourth Chorus, aka nimechoka wewe. All right, see you in the next clip.